Play a game called Cool or Not Cool, where I show you some of the flirty conversations I've been having recently, and we can decide together if they're cool or not cool. Oh my god, so boring, not cool. Still so boring, not cool. Same shit, boring, not cool. This guy is doing something I respect, but we'll see if it's cool or not cool, because we're trying to make plans. I'm not gonna plan where we're going on the date. I don't like him enough. And then he goes into this, which is very romantic. And then he goes on. I mean, poor guy, I respect him. He's doing what everyone has told him he's supposed to do. He's polarizing. He's giving me a compliment. He's kind of future dreaming into what it's going to be like together. But me personally, I don't like this. I feel like he's giving me the script of how it's going to be. And mind you, we haven't even met up in person yet. We don't know how it's going to be. I might not like how he smells. And now I feel like there's this expectation that we're going to be holding each other watching the sunset. You haven't earned it yet in my book. I'm going to go with not cool. This guy, we had a video chat. He's trying to make a date. And I said, no, I didn't think it's the right fit for me to proceed. And I'm pandering a little bit here, but he was a really, really, really nice guy. I just have to tell you. And then, like a nice guy, he goes, thanks. Cool. This guy says, please send me some dope music. It's a trap. Any guy asking you to send him dope music is a trap. It's just a test. And I know this. And I walked right into the trap and I shared music with him. In my defense, he's extremely hot, and I'm only human. I'm thankfully old enough that I didn't try that hard to curate the perfect list that would really show him how smart I am, but I did put some thought into it. But all in all, I do think it was a good reminder that it's never worth it. If there's even like a little bit of that in you where you're like, ooh, I really want him to like me, and I think he's gonna like me based on this list of songs I give. First of all, no, he's not. He's just competing with you. And he set you up from the beginning. This guy is setting this dynamic up from the beginning where he's now the judge of if I have a good taste or if I have good brain. And I don't subscribe to that. So then at the actual validation that you get at the end of him saying, yeah, you do, I liked it, I liked that little performance you did for me, doesn't even actually feel good. All in all, this dynamic of like you perform for me on my terms and then I'll tell you if you did a good job or not cool. Oh my God, this guy. Hi, how's your day? Beautiful. You back in town? I'm in New York. Doing something cool. I am pulling teeth. We are into this exchange. I'm already pulling teeth, working and studying. How about you? This is already the most boring conversation of my life. I don't know if you can see it or if it's cutting out, but he's like, where are you? I say, I'm at a Palestinian solidarity event. You'd think that'd be something to respond to. Nice. Share photos. Which, I hate to say it, I feel like that's a test, personally. I feel like it's like a, are you really there? Because he could have said anything. He could have shared. He could have said, oh, blah, blah, blah. He could have asked me a question if he wanted to know more. It's like he just wants proof. Show me you're there. So I do. I send him a photo. See where you are. I'm in bed. I'm at this protest, whatever. I'm like, send a pic. He sends a pic of him like lying in bed looking so tired and bored. Like, how do you think this is going to lead to anything? And granted, this guy is a cool guy. He's like from a different country. He works in international affairs. He's like started this whole organization. That's why I am withstanding the mind-crushing boredom hellscape of this conversation, is because of these other things that are indicating to me that he might be interesting to talk to. And instead he just sends this picture in bed like, And then he sends me the exact same emoji, like the exact same version of this little GIF. This is like why you can't trust anything on paper. This is why high value men don't exist, because high value men will burn down your time with the most inane nonsense. You're in New York. I even bite. Doing something cool, it's a chance to say anything interesting. Not cool. Let the record show that I do exercise my free will by letting him know that it's the most boring conversation of my life while giving him a chance to show how interesting he is. No answer yet. This guy, we have a first date. I think it goes well. He sends me this really sweet, thoughtful, kind of poetic message after. I love a poetic message after. And then he sends me a bunch of songs and says, don't respond, just let me send you music. I think that's so nice. The less work I have to do, the better. Oh, for example, This guy, so in my dating profile, I mentioned something about wanting to have a Taoist approach, and he says, tell me more what you mean by Taoist approach, which is like, I feel like that's requiring so much from me. And like, granted, if I was like funky fresh and this was my first time ever on a dating app, I might be like, well, let me tell you, but it's not. So I responded with, because I feel like I'm doing a service. Everyone is going to tell these guys that you're supposed to ask women on dating apps questions, and I think they don't understand what makes a fun, easy, low energy question to ask versus like a very heavy question that would require like actual thought, grammar, spelling, structuring, concepts. And I don't know you. Why would I invest in you? So I actually think I did a favor to this guy by educating him about that. And you know what? I'm sure he really appreciated it. So I'm gonna give him not cool what he did, and I'm gonna give me very cool what I did. Thank you for playing Cool Not Cool. See you next time.